Hello, Gemini. Welcome. This is a general reading for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the week of August 5th. So this is a general reading. Take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. Sometimes energies are reversed. So we're going to begin with you avoiding a tower moment, or maybe a tower moment. You're avoiding a tower moment with somebody, or maybe the tower moment has happened, but I'm definitely feeling a real disconnect with you and somebody. You guys are just not talking. It's like you can't even get on the same page. Ugh. So some of you have been in a sad place because I think you know that a relationship is coming to an end. But I think the one that you have just been in, or you are in, has been very transformative. Now, I'm not talking about a married couple here. I'm talking more about a single Gemini. I think you had hopes. I think you had real hopes. But I think you also knew that this ending that I think you know is inevitable, because this is really not your dream person, whoever this person is. I think when it finally all comes to a head, and maybe you talk to your mom or somebody about it, you know, because I mean, this is something that you really wanted. And it didn't happen. And I think now you're like, what do I do now? But I think you'll see that now you can manifest what you really want. I think now you can really manifest this dream. Maybe this person didn't give you everything you wanted, you know. Maybe they didn't have, maybe there was parts that was really amazing when you guys were together, and then there was the other side. Maybe they were a player. Maybe they weren't as committed as you. But I do feel like you turn towards, I don't know, it's like your mind. It's like you put your mind to work. And you get out of it, Gemini. You've grown through this. And now there's a new beginning. Brand new beginning for you. I mean, this was a real growth spurt, a real learning curve. Some of you might be traveling. I just feel like this is like, it's like the end of summer and now it's back to school, right? That's what I'm getting. And it's like your summer crush, your summer love, it's done. It's over. Move on, you know? So yeah, you grew a lot through this relationship, Gemini, but it's all good. Like, it's really good because it's almost like you grew, I want to say you grew this summer in a way that put you in a different position, where more confident, where, you know, look, I've got the whole world in front of me. And I feel like you see that. And I think now you go after it, because I do see some of you traveling. Some of you may be traveling quite far away. Some of you may be going towards mountains. Some of you may be going towards desert. I don't know. I mean, definitely traveling. And I think that's great because you're not sitting back anymore. It's like you're not going to let the fact that this dream that you had with this person, you're not going to let it keep you down. You know, you're okay if you have to be single. Really, you're okay. You learned a lot. I almost feel like this person, maybe you were older or they were older, but there were other people involved. Like I said, I don't feel like they were really on the same page. I feel like some of them were, somebody was lying to you. Yeah, this was not good. And this relationship that you were coming out of was not supported by the universe. Like I say, I feel like they were lying. Maybe they were a player. Something was not right. You know, they were very unstable. You know, yeah, the sex was probably pretty good, but yeah, there was no harmony here. So, what does the week look like? How do we pull out the week for our Geminis? Back to school. All right, so I get this sense of real rejuvenation. I think you've waited long enough. I think you were patient. You knew this was never going to come to a head, even though you really wanted it. I think you've come out really blazing. It's like you grab control, you find your strength, your stamina, your courage again. You know, you're not going to let this issue keep you down. I mean, you're a maverick, Gemini. I really feel that. You are a maverick. Yeah, see, the veil is lifted and now maybe some healing can begin. You learned a lot with this last relationship. I think you learned what makes you happy and what doesn't. And I think you needed to see that, because I think a lot of Geminis, they get into their head and they overthink everything. So much so that, you know, you lose what's in front of you. You know, so I think this learning curve, whatever you learned with this past relationship, it really focused you, or made you focus. You know, because I feel like a lot of you was just like, I get this, F you, I'm going to go do what I got to do. You know, and I think that's a great energy to have. You took a chance with this person because I think you wanted it to really work. But like I say, it was just not supported by the universe. So I think that's why it all came to an end. And that's a good thing. You know, because if it was never going to fit. I mean, was this person, were they ever going to belong? Would they ever, like, would they really coexist with, like, your friends? You know, or was this one of these relationships where, oh, well, when I'm over here, you and I get along real great, but then I've got to go to this family outing, but you can't come, you know, because they won't fit in. You don't want them to feel uncomfortable. Was that kind of a relationship? You know, but you grew. So I think some of you, the lesson here is that you got to learn how to listen to your intuition, because I think your intuition was talking the whole time you were going through this relationship with this person. You know, and I think what you learned is that when you listen to your intuition, you feel good. You know, so you grew. This was a real learning curve for you. I feel like really it's like, you know, the summer romance has come to an end and now it's time to move on to real life with real possibilities, with growth, with maturity. Yeah, you've broken through. It's almost like I see a ladder. It's like you've climbed the next rung on the ladder. Look, here's your travel again. So I'm wondering where you're going. Maybe you need to go away to kind of deal with this and process with this whole situation, because endings are hard. I mean, you felt really trapped and you wanted everything to work and it didn't, you know. So I think ultimately this split that you guys have, you may feel alone, but you won't feel that bad for too long. All right, Gemini. So have courage, chin up, trust what's going on. Get to work. Don't be lazy. You know, the future's waiting for you. And I see a beautiful future here. I mean, these wings, this is like a flying bird. You know, so what you have that's really you're lifting you off is this growth, this maturity, this new beginning. The possibilities are endless. You're not going to feel bad. You're not going to feel guilty. You're just going to move on. So that's great. All right. Yeah, life is good, huh? Look at that. This is like a card of where you can just take a walk and feel good about you. And I feel like you don't need anybody, Gemini. I think you're really good on your own. Really, right now. For this Gemini, anyway. So that's what I have for you, Geminis. I hope this made sense. It resonated with someone out there. If so, please hit the like button. Subscribe. Tune into my channel. I really appreciate it. All right, until the next reading. Blessed be. Bye now.